Hi, my name is Aaron Matos. I'm a member of the Subaru Canada product training team, and today we are going to talk about what to expect from owning your first Subaru electric vehicle, or EV. The 2023 Subaru Solterra is the all-new, all-electric Subaru, our very first battery electric vehicle for North America. In this video, we will be covering topics such as charging, range, best practices, planning trips, new technologies, and so much more. This video is designed to provide information to prospective customers, as well as those taking delivery of their new vehicle. Let's take a look together at what owning the Subaru Solterra will look like. The vehicle you will be taking a look at with me today is painted in Harbor Mist Gray and is in the Solterra all-wheel drive with technology package. There are two packages available, luxury and technology. While all the content of this video may not be specific to your vehicle, the information provided will be a helpful tool as you dive into the world of the first Subaru all-electric vehicle. Although the Solterra is our first EV, it was built on and is just as capable as all the Subaru models you have come to know and love. This groundbreaking SUV blends all-electric efficiency with legendary Subaru design and engineering. The Solterra features all the capabilities and functions that make Subaru stand out from the crowd, including symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive, dual-function X mode, Subaru Solterra Connect with remote, safety service, and available Drive Connect, eSubaru Global Platform, wireless charging, and featuring EyeSight driver assist technologies. The great thing about the Solterra is it does not sacrifice functionality and safety as an EV. It has an ample amount of space for backseat passengers and room for any sport or adventure equipment in the back. The exterior of the Solterra can also be equipped as an adventure-ready vehicle. From a rooftop basket to a trunk adventure rack, the Solterra can do it all. The Subaru Solterra will be the EV taking the road less traveled. The Subaru Solterra shines through with its deep Subaru DNA and heritage, including the driving experience. It is just as capable, equipped with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive, including dual-function X mode. But how will the Subaru electric vehicle differ in driving experience from our other vehicles? The first thing you'll notice is instant torque delivery as soon as the accelerator pedal is pressed, as well as the silence thanks to the all-electric powertrain and being built on the eSubaru Global Platform. The Subaru Solterra is equipped with S-pedal drive, which is an optional mode that, when enabled, increases the regenerative braking force when the acceleration pedal is released. This helps slow down the vehicle without the use of a brake pedal. Please note, the brake pedal does need to be used to hold the vehicle in place and bring the vehicle to a complete stop. Built on the eSubaru Global Platform, this all-new, zero-emissions, all-wheel drive SUV offers aerodynamic and functional styling that is bold and modern as the vehicle itself. So let's take a look at what charging your Subaru Solterra will look like. And let's start with at-home charging, which can be done in two different ways. First is with a 120-volt level 1 household charger, which is included with the Solterra. And second is with a 240-volt level 2 charger available from a number of third-party companies. We will start with charging with a 120-volt level 1 charger, which you can find conveniently located under the floor cover in the cargo area. First, locate your household 120-volt outlet, which may be located inside a garage or near the outside of your home. Once located, unlock your Solterra and push gently on the charging port door. You will see it pops open seamlessly. Next, plug the provided 120-volt level 1 charger into your 120-volt household outlet, and then plug the opposite end gently into the exposed charging port on your Solterra until you hear a click sound, indicating a secure connection. When the vehicle is charging, it will confirm with an LED charging indicator located beside the charging port. This will be the same process for the 240-volt level 2 charger, if your home is equipped. The difference will be in charging speed. Some best practices worth mentioning when charging at home would be charging your Solterra overnight, when you know the car won't be in use for a longer period of time. Now that you know how to charge at home, let's talk about what charging in public may look like. Please note, all of this will be dependent on your location and availability of charging stations in your area. You can locate a charging station in a few different ways, one of which is through Subaru Drive Connect, another is through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto using Apple Maps, Google Maps, or Waze, which we will dive into later in this video. You can also find charging stations in your area by simply using Google. Charging stations can be located in a number of areas, including malls, gas stations, and rest stops. These chargers will either be 240-volt level 2 chargers or level 3 DC fast chargers. The speed at which your vehicle will charge at these stations will vary based on location, as well as if other EV vehicles are charging at the same time. You will use a similar process as when using a level 2 charger at home if equipped. First, ensure your Solterra is unlocked. Push gently on the charging port door. You will see it pops open seamlessly. Then you can use a public charging cable and gently place it into your Solterra's charging port. Depending on where you decide to charge, in most cases, there will be a fee or membership required in order to access the services. Price range will depend on the charging station as well as time of day charging. When charging publicly, it is recommended to not leave your Solterra plugged in for longer than needed, as some charging stations may continue to bill you as long as the vehicle is plugged in, whether it is fully charged or not. You will be billed for the use of a spot, which could be used by someone else looking to charge their vehicle. Keep in mind that when someone is charging beside you, it may impact your charging time, as the infrastructure may need to share that power between more than one vehicle. Let's dive into the Solterra, its range, and how to best utilize it. The Subaru Solterra will have an estimated range of approximately 358 kilometers, thanks to 2 electric motors, one on the front axle and one on the rear axle, and a 72.8 kilowatt battery pack. This also equips the Solterra with Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive. But just like with a gas-powered vehicle, your range is going to be affected by a number of factors. For electric vehicles, range will be affected by traffic conditions, by the cold weather, as well as driving habits such as aggressive acceleration. The driving range can be extended actively using regenerative braking to store electricity in the battery. Regenerative braking is an energy recovery mechanism that slows down a moving vehicle by converting its kinetic energy into a form that can be stored in the battery. Now that you have charging at home, out in public, and some best practices down pat, let's take a look at what your first weekend away trip may look like in your Subaru Solterra. A typical Subaru owner knows their way to the best ski hills, hiking paths, and beautiful scenery. So let's plan our first trip up north to the cottage for a weekend. In this example, I know I have access to a 120-volt outlet, which will allow me to keep my Solterra charged while I'm relaxing by the lake. There are 3 different avenues we can use to plan this trip, through Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or Subaru Drive Connect. Subaru Drive Connect is a monthly subscription that provides access to built-in navigation, voice prompts, cloud-based intelligent assistant, and the ability to plan a trip with charging stations to ensure you get there and back with a charge. Today, we're going to use Apple CarPlay and Apple Maps to plan our trip. First, connect your iPhone to CarPlay. In Maps on iPhone, do one of the following. Either get driving directions, tap Connect above the list of routes, then follow the on-screen instructions. Alternatively, you can tap your picture or initials at the top right hand of the search card, tap Vehicles, tap Connect, and your electric vehicles, choose your vehicle, then follow the on-screen instructions. Your route will now be calculated based on the range of your vehicle using available charging stations. A similar process is done using Google Maps, Waze, and Drive Connect. We've talked about a lot today, so let's review some of the best practices you can do when owning your first Subaru electric vehicle. Make sure you charge your Solterra at home during times when you know you won't be using the vehicle for a longer period of time, such as overnight, or at your office if there's available charging stations. If you are charging at a public charging station, work your charging around an errand. When going on your first drive to the cottage or a longer drive, use Subaru Drive Connect Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to plan your trip and ensure there are charging stations along the way. To your comfort level, utilize the S pedal to take advantage of regenerative braking. The Solterra takes an important role for Subaru, with a company aiming at delivering happiness to all to face the challenges of global warming and climate change and continue to deliver smiles in the future. For any questions regarding the Subaru Solterra, please do not hesitate to ask your Subaru consultant. They are always happy to help. The Subaru.ca site, which features a virtual assistant, is filled with a lot of useful information on buying tools and owner resources. You can access this link to our site by selecting the I button located in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Thank you for considering or choosing Subaru, and welcome to Uncommon. We hope this information is helpful and that you and your family stay healthy and safe.